And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. My bestie stopped by. My bestie stopped by with my other friend, and they were fucking late, so therefore I was late. Sorry about that. But my daughter's going to an amusement park today, in case you guys actually give a shit. My daughter's going to Nuts today. So there's that. And I'm supposed to be going to a concert in the park today. But I have their shirts, so I should go and support. Yes, I'm going to a concert in the park today, guys. My mom wants me to go, so. Do I want to go? No, not really. But do I need to go and support? Yes, I do. Anywho, Nanner, I didn't even introduce myself. It is a Saturday, so it's one of those vibes today. What up, Sergeant? My name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I know that sounds good to you, so click the follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. What up, Miss Lums? But don't trip. I did not post yesterday's live on the tube of you yet, but I will do that after today. Okay? Or after today's live. Okay, I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same, and I'm good at it. So if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in the bio or description. Again, if you're on YouTube. Okay, we also do SP stories where we will recreate your SP story, which is very, very important, and curate you an SP song. Nope, I don't love you anymore, Sabrina. Of course I do, girl. I saw your message. I will respond. Okay, so I will, Evelina. We talk mainly about, we do have a friendly contest every day on the tube of, on TikTok. If you share this video or repost this live, then you will be entered to win some amazing prizes. Yesterday we gave away a coaching session. So you never know what's coming up, bitch. Okay? Okay. Sabrina, you know I love you, bitch. I have a soft spot for you, Sabrina. Plus I love your attitude. Okay? We're going to talk about something else too. Oh yeah, we talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like it, scroll to the next. We are not exclusive. If you have any questions, yes, you're supposed to message Bevy, Jackie. If you have any questions about your SP, drop it in the comments below. I'm here and happy to answer them for you and elaborate. Okay, also, if you haven't, who the fuck just called me granny? Well, I look good for a granny, shit. Anywho, this is not exclusive to SPs though, okay? So if you want to know how, I only teach what I've happily manifested. So if you want to know how to manifest business success, money, weight loss, it's how I got my start in the manifestation community, all that shit, appearance change, whatever you want, I done it all. So I can teach you how to do exactly the same. Okay, that's right, Sergeant. Love this for you. What up, Taylor? Okay. I'm happy for you, Sergeant. Yes, because you know what? We're here to get our SPs back, but we're also here to, get our sexy at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like a double win. Okay. Because you're getting hot and you're getting your SP back. I mean, what greater satisfaction is that? Yes, yeah, I did. What up, Nadine girlfriend? What up, Ray? I see you're having movement, Ray. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it flowing, baby. Okay, no. And my boyfriend thinks I look amazing. So you think I care if somebody calls me a granny? Nope, I look great for my age. Thank you very much. I age like fine wine. I've never looked a day over 20. Okay, Evelina, can I give examples, advice of expecting without getting disappointment? Yeah, you don't need to be disappointed, okay? So When you're expecting, it's like you're telling yourself something new. Yeah, Bundalita. You feel double-minded. Girl, I told you the first one to conform wins. That's how you have to look at it. Okay. But oh, I teach credit just appeared on my thing. I love you. I love you, Ryan. Do you see that I'm repping? Do you see I'm supporting your brand? Anywho, Nana, if you guys are looking to build your credit, I mean, build your credit, not repair your fucking credit, because that's trash, okay? If you're actually looking to build your credit in a short amount of time, you should hit up I Teach Credit. Ryan Alexander, he's very good at it, and he'll get you a 700 FICO score. You know, I'm just saying, in case you want credit. He also does business credit, all those fucking things. So you might want to hit him up. He's good at it. I don't support or rep anybody who's not good at it, okay? Okay. Now, to expect, it's to know, okay? That's really all expectation is to know, okay? Is to know something different, to tell yourself something different, okay? So that's really all expecting is it's like, do children expect Santa to bring them gifts on Christmas? Do they have any proof that Santa exists? No. See, my daughter was smart up front. She realized that Santa doesn't look the same. So I realized that we only should take her to one Christmas event, but here we have like several. So I would take her to multiple events. And she was like, why does Santa not look the same? But they don't have any proof, right? They can read, and they still believe in Santa, but yet you take them to Walmart and it says stocking stuffers like all over the damn store, right? There's pre-made baskets for Easter, all that shit at the store. But because they believe, what up, Tyrese? Thanks, boo. But because they believe, they don't, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. You guys have to hold on. I have to pause this live because my daughter needs her knots pass. Fuck. Okay. Give me one sec. I'll be right back. And we're back. Oh my God. I'm like, hurry up, take the screenshot. Goddamn, I was like, I sent it to her. Anywho, Nana, I mean, she should have it. Like, it's not like we sent each other 55,000 messages a day. That would require her to talk to me by text. And how the fuck am I going to go buy her bedding yesterday and it cost $300? She wanted like $60 bed sheets. I said, I draw the line. You're not going to have more expensive bed sheets than I got. But anywho, Nana. Okay, so you have to understand that that's how this works. Okay, so children, they believe in Santa, right? So they know Santa's going to bring them gifts. So they expect it. It's the same thing. Okay, knowing is expectation. So you have to know how this plays out. You have to know how they feel about you. You have to know that they want to be with you. Because when you know these things, which is why you tell yourself these things, which is why you're not making none of this shit up, okay? Like, you're not making it up. They've told you this stuff out of their mouth, okay? When you know who you are, when you know how they feel about you, when you know that they want to be with you, then click, click, click. That's expecting. It's no different, okay? It's the same thing. So there's nothing to get disappointed about. What are you disappointed about? You know, thanks, pumpkins. You know, what are you disappointed about? Like, let's be frank, okay? If you're disappointed because they haven't contacted you yet, if they haven't reached out to you, if they haven't done all these things that you want them to do, and that's why you're disappointed, thanks, Sabrina, girl. Now I will finally text you today. Just kidding, bitch. You know I love you. But there's nothing to be disappointed about because you guys get so focused on the mundane things that you don't realize that there's always movement. So there's nothing to be disappointed about. There's always movement, even if you can't see it, it's behind the scenes. Okay. There's a thought process. They think about you often. They think about you all the time. They think about your relationship. They think, and then boom, they have to contact you, right? They have to reach out to you. They have to tell you how they feel. They have to do all these things. But then you guys are so focused on, well, they haven't unblocked me yet. Who gives a fuck? They haven't unblocked me yet. They haven't texted me yet. They could show up at your door tomorrow and confess their entire life, their entire love to you. All steps skipped. Okay. This is where I am always testing things for you. Some things are intentional, other things are not intentional. But either way it goes, I don't get my fucking panties in a bunch. Why? Because I know what I'm doing and I've disciplined myself. Okay. So like I was telling people yesterday and today, well, what I'm fucking telling people all the time is you're doing this to discipline yourself. Okay. Oh, well, thanks, Sabrina. You're doing this to discipline yourself, to start thinking differently, to start just naturally assigning positive meaning to things, to toot your own fucking horn, to make yourself feel better, right? To tell yourself the things that you want to tell yourself that are going to boost your level of confidence up. This is a confidence thing. Okay. To start thinking naturally differently, where you're no longer thinking negatively. Worst case scenarios, creating assumptions that don't benefit you. You're no longer doing all that shit. Instead, you're really good about making telling yourself the things that you want to tell yourself, tooting your own fucking horn, if you will, right? All of these, Sophie, I know the feeling. Telling yourself all these things and staying the path, not worrying about the 3D, not questioning the movement, not wondering, not focusing on the time, not wondering all this stupid little shit that doesn't benefit you. It doesn't, because that's not helping you, right? Instead, if you would do what I say and put yourself in that state of the knowing, right? This is how it is. This is how it works. This is what it's going to be. We are going to be together. Yep, I know this for a fucking fact. Bevy, focus on the steering wheel, bitch. Just kidding. I love you. Focusing on all that stuff on the end, if you will, but not living in the end. That's not what I'm saying, but knowing how this plays out. Okay. You could easily skip all the steps. All the steps. I did. Initially, I manifested back in steps. Yes. But I'm trying to think and I'm trying to do things to see what pushes out quicker so that I can get you guys, quicker movement, quicker results. If you discipline yourself and grow up and stop looking for things to trigger you, it pushes out quickly. Like quickly, I manifested back in steps. You guys know my story, but I skipped all the steps, which is why I cut the time down in half. The time was cut in half. Why? Because I didn't waver. There's nothing to waver about. I told myself what the fuck I wanted to tell myself, and I simply focused on making, myself feel better. Okay? So like if you're on social media, instead of looking and thinking negatively about shit, you need to make your own narratives up. Like, oh no, he looks at all my stories. I know he watches all my stories. He cannot get enough of me. Shit, every time he goes on fucking TikTok, all he can do is think about me. Yeah, he's thinking about me right now. Yep. Later on, you're like, oh, he's having the most miserable time of his life right now because all he can do is think about me. If they have a trusted confidant, somebody that they deeply respect or admire, like maybe a family member or a friend, like a bestie, I'd be like, imagine a conversation that they're having. Like, oh yeah, I know he's talking about me right now, to his bestie, whoever his name is, Jose. I know he's talking about me right now to Jose. And about how he wants to be with me and all this stuff. And, nothing feels more right to him than us being together. And I know Jose is totally telling him, like, you need to get her back because you're never going to find another person like her. Things like that. Anything that you want to tell yourself, you do that and things fucking change. Shift happens. But you're so focused on the fucking 3D that you guys don't give anything an option. You don't give things a chance. Because you're bitching all the fucking time. I've been doing this for 2 days. I ain't seen shit. Where's it at? Where's it at? I've been thinking this way for 24 hours. Where's that? Where's that? The fuck? You need to discipline yourself. It's all about discipline. It's all about keeping a narrative that benefits and supports you instead of one that doesn't. But that's what you guys do so easily. And then you're all in your fucking feelings. And the only feeling you should be in is like excitement feeling. I know he loves me. I know he wants nothing more than for us to be together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you should be feeling. That's how you should be thinking. Instead of, the alternative. And then expecting all of a sudden the light bulb to go on. Because that's the thing. You guys wonder too much. I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder I'm wondering why he hasn't texted me back yet. I'm wondering this. I'm wondering that. Stop wondering and start knowing. Tell yourself what you want to tell your fucking self. Look at that. Ren is a manifesting bitch around here. She said, I manifested my professor to email me saying I passed my exam, and 5 minutes later I got the email. Snaps for Ren. Snaps for Ren. Oh, are we supposed to do this now? No, that's right. That's not a snap. Tyrese, tell me what the fuck. Oh, that's clocking it. We're clocking it. Is it weird that I don't even know what clocking it means? The fuck does that even mean? A friend cheated on her SP. She's wondering, there's that word, wondering, if she can still manifest him back and how to go about it. Yes, Kaylin, of course you can. Doesn't matter. One, she needs to assume that he's over that shit. Okay? She needs to assume he's over it. That he's totally moved on. He's completely forgiven me. He doesn't even care about it anymore. Like, he's over it. Like, he forgives me, right? She needs to see that in herself. She needs to see that he absolutely, it's no different. That's the circumstance that she is creating, okay? So it doesn't matter if she cheated on her SP. There's no limits. Well, thanks, Yessie. There's no limits, and they can manifest whoever they want, whenever they want. So all you have to do, all your friend, has to do, or is it a friend, Kaylin? I'm just kidding. It's one of those asking for a friend. Just kidding. But she has to see him as the version of him that she expects for him to be for her. Jade, if I wavered, I came back to identity, but the 3D is still old story. Right. It doesn't take a long time. What part of we'll get to you in a second, Jade. What part of you doesn't understand that fuck the 3D? Fuck the 3D. Okay? And here's the thing. You guys keep saying the 3D is the old story, but the 3D is the 3D, okay? You only see parts of the 3D. You understand this, right? Okay? Like I said, unless you're a bona fide stalker and have like webcams in his fucking house and trackers on his car, and do you know people put like voice things in people's cars? Why the fuck would you want to know conversations they're having? Look at that. That's right, Lisa. She measured herself and lost an inch around her waist. After using Bevy's affirmation. That's right. Okay. So you have to understand the 3D is you're only seeing part of the 3D. Why would anybody want to hear people's conversations in a car? I would not want to do that. It's like setting yourself up for disaster, you know. But unless you're that person, you only see part of the 3D. You're only seeing what's on social media, which how many times I just posted a video about that shit today. That social media is not real. It's not real. Okay. And my mom, actually, I keep telling my mom that. I'm like, social media is not real, Mom. And so she finally she's taking my advice. She finally parroted that back. But that's all you're seeing. Okay. That's literally all you're seeing is maybe you ran into them. So you see that, or you're seeing what's online. Because unless you live next door to them or across the street, what else are you seeing? You're not really seeing anything. You're checking, okay? And you're seeing old story, but not really, because you're not seeing in their mind, right? You're not seeing what's going on behind closed doors. You're not at family functions with them seeing what's being discussed, what's being talked about. You're not a fly on their fucking wall, okay? So you don't have any idea what's going on behind the scenes. Now, see, it depends on how you look at it. You would have an idea of what's going on behind the scenes if you'd focus on knowing that what I say goes. Okay? So I know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. Why? Because I know that they're thinking about me all the fucking time, right? They're constantly talking about me to their friends and their family. They are completely miserable without me. They want nothing more than to be in a relationship with me. They think about it all the time. All they can do is think about their feelings for me. Well, now you know what's going on behind the scenes, don't you? It's not what you want. It's not about like, oh, I hope that's what's happening. What the fuck are you talking about? That's definitely what's happening. What you say goes. You are always going to be right. So what do you want to be right about? That's right, Angel C. Snaps for Angel C. She says her SP came by the other day to see her on his break during work. What'd I tell you, bitch? So I told you, they always have time to come see you on the breaks. Yes. Ooh, listen to badass Bevy laying down the law around here. Her DMs are closed until she says otherwise. You guys have to remember too, everybody else is also on their own journey, right? So Bevy gives a lot to everybody. She's one goddamn person, right? As well as Tamara. They give a lot to you guys, okay? But they also have their own shit. They also have their own personal fucking life. And I think a lot of you guys forget that shit. Okay, they have their own personal life. Bevy's over here manifesting a bunch of other shit too. But it's like you guys become like obsessed with yourselves, where you think you're the only person that we work with, and Bevy should just respond to you on demand. Do you know who Bevy works for? Not you. But she loves each and every one of you. Okay, but cut the girl a fucking break, for Christ's sakes. And I know what she goes through because I know what you guys put me through sometimes. Sabrina. Okay, I'm just giving you a hard time. But support her and understand that she's got shit in her own life that she's got going on. Okay? And she works till the butt crack. She's up in the morning talking to you guys. Do you know what time she fucking goes to bed? Still talking to your asses or working on your SP stories and stuff? 2:00 in the morning. Respect her and give her a break. She's off this weekend. Not with me, but she's off with you this weekend. Okay, so back to you, Jade. And if you dropped a question I didn't answer, I lost them all. Sorry, guys. Apparently, at some point, it pushes them down. And I lost them all. So you can ask your question again. Just don't spam, but ask your question again if I didn't answer it, okay? All right. Thanks, D3 Mim. Okay, so Jade, you've been manifesting your SP for a month. If I wavered, I came back to identity. But the 3D is still the old story. Like I was saying, you don't know that, okay? You're telling yourself that. But But that's not true, okay? Well, it is true if you keep telling yourself that, okay? Whatever you tell yourself you're going to be right, okay? You're always going to be right, okay? So what do you want to be right about? Do you want to be right that the 3D is the old story, or that, no, this is all working out even better than I expected. I see movement in my 3D every single goddamn fucking day because, because like I told you guys, how many times I have to tell you, you create your own movement. You can create your own movement in the 3D based on what you tell yourself. Oh yeah, every time he plays video games, because you know your SPs, okay? So what do they like to do? What do they do often? If they're a big social media person, and I don't mean posting on social media, but let's say they're on social media a lot. Well, every time that man's on TikTok, all he can do is think about me. Yeah, you think about me right now? Yep, look at him trying to get my attention. I know he watches all my stories. Yep, he be watching my stories. He's so cute. Create your own movement, and guess what's gonna push out when you create your own movement? Exactly that. Exactly that. But you guys are so focused on the stupid shit. Over and over and over again. Stupid shit, stupid shit, stupid shit. Little things, little things, little things, little things, little things. Like I said, would you rather be unblocked on social media and have them never talk to you? Or where are we at priority-wise here? Or do you want them to show up at your door and tell you everything you want to hear? Which pleasure? You needed something that was only $20, but money is tight, and I was going to wait to get it. What? Oh, Chris, SP texted last night and she got it for you. Snaps for Chris. Now, Chris, I want you to change your money situation. All right, my brother? Okay? I want you to change your money situation. Stop viewing money as being tight. Okay? You have a plethora of money. Money comes to me so easily and effortlessly, like literally. Money comes to me from everywhere. I've got a shit ton of money. I've always had plenty of money. Tell yourself that instead. I don't care what your current reality is. I don't care what is staring at you in the face. Okay? But tell yourself something different. My bills are always paid for on time, and I always have plenty of money. Like, they're easily paid for. I got plenty of fucking money in the bank. Yeah. You want to raise that work? Yep. Nope. I'm the best employee they got. They're giving me that raise. I'm the best employee they have. They're giving me a raise. Okay? But change your money situation around. Okay? Into not viewing money as a scarcity, but of abundance. Okay? I literally just had a voice note of somebody who, one of our clients said her boyfriend is very much into manifestation too. And so he went online and he purchased $100,000 in fake money. Like Monopoly money, bitches, okay? Not counterfeit, okay? And he had that. And he just got an inheritance. Care to guess how much the inheritance was for? $100,000. It's not that difficult to manifest anything that you want, okay? But as long as you stay focused on it, no matter what you're currently seeing, is you have to tell yourself something different. Something different, something different. This is why vision boards don't work for people. Because they'll put shit up on a board and they're looking at it like, this is what I want, not what I expect to receive. You know what I'm saying? Then they date that shit. Like, in 12 months, I'm going to have this. What the fuck? This is a long ass time from now. That is a long time from now. Okay, I knew, bitch. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to just see him as somebody who is totally forgiven you. That he loves you regardless of anything. You could do no wrong. He'll do anything to be with you. He absolutely is head over heels in love with you. You need to view him as that person and that person only. Because when you view them as that person only, then the cheating goes away. Like, no, he completely trusts me. He absolutely trusts me. and he will do anything to be with me. He'll do anything to be with me. Okay? I know how he feels about me. I know he wants to be with me. I know this for a fact. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. That's all you need to do, and focus your inner conversations, but you need to get over the cheating part. Okay, and then he'll get over it too. And oftentimes when they come back around, he won't even bring it up. He won't even bring it up. And that's the fun part. Ray, shut the fuck up. You guys know you cannot slide shit in, right? You cannot like book a coaching call. Then we have the coaching call and then you send me your SP's photo and you're like, can you manifest my SP for me? No. I have a lot of people I manifest for. But no, you have to join the same circuit as everybody else. Clever though, clever. Okay. Anything to leverage them being in a trauma bond with gutter trash. Okay, first of all, what the fuck is a trauma bond? Seriously. That's so dumb and that's so unhealthy, okay, to be in a trauma bond relationship. It's like we're bonded by trauma. No. So Ashley, stop viewing it as a trauma bond, okay? Like, no. In fact, leverage the trauma. Okay, leverage the trauma. Instead of viewing it as a bond, it's what tears them apart. Okay, it's what tears them apart. He wants nothing more than to be in a healthy relationship, and he knows he's never gonna get that with her because she's too broken, and he has zero desire to fix her. You know, he fucking hates her. You know, have that be a random inner conversation with yourself about how he wants nothing more than to be in a healthy, normal relationship, and he does not see that with her because she is broken. Her trauma is affecting their relationship, and he doesn't want anything to do with that. You know, he's healed from his trauma and wants nothing to do with hers. Okay? They be coming up with these fucking terms. I'm telling you. They be coming up with these terms. Trauma bond. What the fuck? That's called an unhealthy relationship. That's what that's called. Okay? I'm not going to be bound to somebody by trauma. What the fuck? Trauma bond. Good Lord. Can I manifest the end of genocides and poverty, please? Yeah, here's the thing, though. The problem with that is that poverty and genocides and things like that will continue to exist when people keep acknowledging it. Okay? We can't get rid of third world countries, and I don't mean get rid of them, for Christ's sakes. I mean, we can't change the reality of third world countries if people keep identifying. Well, thanks, Miss Lums. I agree with you. She says, I vote for book anything you can with Jen. I'm going to take a screenshot of that shit. She has never felt this good about herself, ever. Good. Except for Miss Lums. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Toot your own horn. Okay? So you can't end world things. Oh, Barbie. What's my take on tarot readings? I say stay the fuck away from them. I don't support tarot readings unless it's done with the right reader, but you'd have to find the right reader. And the only tarot readers that I would ever support are in my community. But that's because they do things differently, right? They do things differently. Anyone that will just take your money and give you a tarot card reading, you need to stay away from them because it's based on where you're at right now, mentality-wise. Okay? Your thoughts manifest. So the problem with the tarot reading is if you don't get the right reading, which happens 99% of the time, because they know why you're going to them, right? You're not like, everything in my relationship is completely fucking perfect, so let me get a tarot reading. You know what I'm saying? So they know why you're going to them. And so several of them will play off of them. Plus, you may not be able to trust a lot. There's a lot of frauds on the internet, okay? But you get your tarot reading, and if it isn't what you like or what you want to hear, it taints your thoughts. And you either believe the tarot card reader, which she wasn't right, but now your thoughts are controlling the outcome because you're choosing to assume she's right, and you're listening to the tarot reader, or you're listening to your reading, and now shit hits the fan. And now she's right, but she wasn't right. Your thoughts and assumptions of the reading were what was right. Okay? So save your fucking money, honey. That's how I look at it. Because, I mean, if you're going to do a tarot reading, why don't you go to YouTube and only watch the shorts and go to like pick a card readings. And they keep picking a card until you get the reading that you want. That's what I used to do. They'll be like, and welcome. You're going to love it here, by the way. We're like family around here. We are besties after all. We are like family around here where I never tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. And we snap for everybody who gets success and movement. You'll see it every day here because I'm good at what I do. But I will also check you, yell at you when you get out of line because that's how I get you results. So, yeah, I would save your money on that shit because, again, you can go to YouTube and get the readings that you want. I would pick all 4 cards. I don't give a fuck. I would pick all 4 cards until I get the reading that I want to hear. And then I'm like, yeah, that's it. Yep, that's the reading. Right? Or there's a couple of them that I follow online, but I don't watch their longs. I only watch their shorts. And that's because it's all positive. It's always a positive reading. Yeah, that's the ones I fucking watch. Because I'm not going to have anything taint my thoughts. Okay, so I would stay away from them. Because it's all you anyway. It's all your thoughts anyway. I had a client who she went online and did a tarot card reading. And the tarot card reader said, he's gonna break up with you by February. This was January. Do you care to guess what happened in February? He broke up with her. Was a tarot card reader right? No, but all she did was count down the days. All she did was think, oh my God, he's going to break up with me. He's going to break up with me in February. And the closer it got to fucking February, the more she got in her thoughts about it. And sure enough, the breakup happened. The tarot card reader wasn't right, but her assumptions of that were. And that's what manifested. So you don't need that shit. You got it? The power is within you. Anytime you do all that, you give your power away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now back to poverty and genocide. Now back to poverty. The only way poverty in the world will end is if people stop identifying with it. Okay? People need to stop identifying with third world countries, people that are, poverty, all that shit. If people stop, like this is the worst programming we have here in the States. Okay, in the States, we have classes of people. We like to class people. And so it's like we have lower class, lower middle class, upper middle class, and then upper class. What the fuck? And then there's sayings like, I'm on the wrong side of the tracks. Right? Or certain parts of the city, it's like that's the ghetto, or the projects. Which, if you live in California, to be quite frank, we don't even know what projects are until you go to other states. Just saying. Or the median income here is this, right? I'll never get out of here. Of course he called you Sarah. Snaps for Sarah. Okay? So, as long as we keep identifying that, we keep it very much alive. Nothing can change. But it's those people, but people make it out of those cities all the time, right? And make something out of their lives because they refuse to believe that they're stuck here, that there's no way out, that it is what it is. This is the cards I've been dealt, all that shit. So when they stop viewing that, they get out. Look at Oprah, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way you change that shit. Well, yeah, Jillian. Duh, girl. Duh, girl. Come on, Jillian. Can you go straight for relationship now because you don't want to accept just friendship? Yes, we're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. We're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He absolutely loves being my boyfriend. He thinks I'm the perfect girlfriend. All that shit. And he will push that out. He will push that out. Okay. Now back to you, 29.75. I don't know. It just seems to me that my ex's behavior is exactly like his new girlfriend's. Okay. So we don't refer to them as exes around here because exes are exactly that. Exes. Okay. So stop viewing him as an ex. Okay. And what do you mean it seems like your SP's behavior is exactly like his new girlfriend's? Just why you need to detach from the outcome. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Detaching from SP is not a thing, in case you're unaware. Okay? Detachment from your SP is not a fucking thing. Because it's the only way it's a thing is if you're walking away altogether, right? Like when you break up with a boyfriend, right? Or you're just like it's like I'm all done. Like that's detaching from your ex because you're over it. You're done. But detachment from your SP is not a thing if you're still interested in manifesting them. Because what are you detaching from? You know what I'm saying? You're not actually detaching from your SP unless you're 100% walking away. The only thing you're detaching from is the outcome. Because it's like, I know that this is happening. I know it's a thing, so I don't really need to stress. I'm going to detach from I'm going to detach from the resistance of, I really, really need this. I really, really need this to, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to have. And I know we're going to be together. So that's all I need to know. So I'm going to detach from the outcome because I know the outcome. It's inevitable. Of course, Sab. Why would she leave you left on scene? Why would she leave you left on scene, girl? Come on, get a grip though. Be more persistent, okay? And the fact that she wants to reconcile. Why on earth would she fucking leave you on scene? But stop checking that stuff, okay? Because this is how you know it's still a journey for you, okay? And which is fine. But stop checking all that, okay? And if you do, be like, oh yeah, of course she saw it. She couldn't wait to open it up because she's thinking about me right now, right? Just tell yourself something positive instead of she left me on scene. You know what I'm saying? Is flip that to she's very excited to fucking see my shit. She opens it up immediately. Of course she saw it. Of course she liked it. That type of attitude, okay? But back to you. You're not detaching. Does that make sense? Just detach from the outcome. And it's not hard to do that because if you know this is how it works, I've seen the success stories. This is how it works. There's nothing that makes them any different than me. So I don't need to worry about the outcome because worrying about the outcome means you don't know how this plays out. Well, what the fuck? Tamara. Snaps for Tamara. She got a video last night of SP singing You Belong to Me. Of course you belong to him. And he belongs to you. In your mind, you're like, you belong to me too, bitch. I love it for you. So that's how you have to look at it, okay? None of you guys should be worried. How many fucking times I have to tell you, none of you guys should be worried about the outcome? What are you worried about? I ain't worried about shit. Sabrina, that's your biggest problem. Is you've created a circumstance. Okay? I guess I'm talking to you, bitch. Okay. I don't know why my phone is not charging. Oh, look, she's here. Sabrina, you have created an unnecessary circumstance because of relocating. Okay, is that you have the assumption, and assumptions manifest. Okay, you have the assumption that everything is going to be different when you move closer, right? The problem with that assumption is that as much as you want validation, confirmation, and consistency now, you're not going to get that until you move, because that's the assumption you've been creating. Okay, so instead, you need to focus on the communication aspect. Only the communication aspect, because you can still get that communication. I know it's YouTube, every bitch. You can still get the communication aspect, but you have to dead the whole assumption of everything's going to change when I move there. I mean, you can keep that, but it's like, but the thing is when you do that, you won't see obvious movement until it gets closer to that time. Because you've, in essence, dated it, if you will. Okay? And so because you've dated it, that's what's going to happen. So instead, we need to find a way to leverage that to create the movement and consistency and communication now. Okay? Like now. So therefore, you're getting that. You're getting excited. You're seeing movement now. You're getting the consistency that you want now prior to you relocating. Okay? And I don't know, 29.75, if you want to elaborate, it says, it seems to me that my SP's behavior is exactly like his new girlfriend's. I don't know what you mean by that. So you'd have to, I need you to elaborate on that so I can answer you. It's been a year already. What the fuck? I would need a little bit more context to know what that, because that saying is very vague. So I would have to know a little bit more context. If you want to drop that, then I can go ahead and get that in there. Ren, I know you young, bruh. But what the fuck? You need your mom's approval to get a haircut? Where the fuck do you live? What if you're in no contact and your SP has someone? So we call that someone gutter trash around here. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you view. But I'm glad, Ren, to close that loop, that you got your appointment tomorrow. Snaps for Ren. Yeah, this is snaps now. Just kidding. Snaps for Ren. It doesn't matter if you're no contact and your SP is with gutter trash. That doesn't matter, but the one thing you can't do is view gutter trash as a problem standing in between you and your SP. Okay? Because she's not. That's why we call them gutter trash and not third parties. Okay? Third parties imply competition. Gutter trash, who the fuck competes with trash? I don't, and you don't. Okay? So you have to view gutter trash as less than no one, a piece of shit, right? Less than you, okay? Like doesn't even compare to you, okay? And that shouldn't be hard to do, because oftentimes you guys know nothing about gutter trash. Nothing about gutter trash, okay? But you end up comparing yourself to gutter trash based on appearance. I have news for you, but there's far more to being with someone than appearance. You know, like they say, beauty's only skin deep. Okay? Like, they're not going to be with a lifelong partner when they're, just because they're hot. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hold on a second. You guys throw me off my fucking responses because all these fucking comments get tagged. Oh, you're asking for a friend? How do we get communication? You're asking for a friend? How do we get communication? Thanks, Miss Loves. If we're focused on moving and what to leverage. It would depend on the scenario. I'd have to know who this friend is you're referring to, but it would depend on the scenario. So it's like if you're in complete no contact, well then you would need to focus on contact, right? Or being with your SP. But if you're in contact, you just want consistent communication, then it's like, oh, he cannot stop talking to me about how excited he is that I'm moving. And we talk all the freaking time about my move, and he's so excited to help me. Like, we just have the best conversations, right? We have the best conversations, but don't tailor the conversations to, we only talk about, I can't talk to them because I have nothing to report. Like, this is a boyfriend, for fuck's sake, right? When you're with a boyfriend, you talk all the time about the move. I figured that shit, bitch. Okay. I like how she outed herself. He talks all the time. He talks all the time about how excited he is that we're going to be living closer together, and he's making plans right now. He's constantly talking to me about the move. But because you have to leverage, Bevy, what you've already created. Okay? What you've already been telling yourself. So because of that, you have to leverage that. But it's like, but stop telling yourself the opposite. So you can't be like, well, I can't talk to him because I have nothing to update him on when it comes to the move. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You can constantly talk about the move without updating him on a home, right? You could be like, oh yeah, I'm going to look at, I have some viewings. I'm looking, baby. I'm looking. We're going to get the perfect home. But, he's always asking about how my packing is going, right? Things like that shit. Okay, so because that's what you guys will talk about is updates on what kind of homes you've been looking at, where they're at, all that. And then like, yeah, how's the packing going? I know it's freaking hot to be packing, you know what I'm saying? So like, those are the conversations that you need to imagine having versus you can only communicate when you have signed, sealed, and delivered on the home. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You can literally be sending him homes for his opinion, right? Be like, what do you think about this home, honey? And get him excited, right? And then he responds back, and gets his opinion on the home, and then he's constantly talking to you about the move. Not about, did you get something under contract yet? There's so many. You guys could be talking all day, every day about ask me how. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my Lars tummy growl. So you guys could be talking a lot about your move. Thanks, Courtney. And all the things going on through the moving process instead of only, I found the home. Because then what are you going to talk about after that? You know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to be fun and exciting and can be something very much that you guys talk about often. Often. In fact, you can rev up and get far more communication through the moving process because you're including him in it and talking about all kinds of different things in relation to the move instead of just, I found a place. Oh, I'm going to go look at the place tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get the place. I just put in the application. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Angel C. Don't expect anything less. Ooh, thank you, Courtney. Oh, crab cakes. Sounds amazing. Okay, good, baby. No, eyes on the road, bitch. Eyes on the road. Take a picture of that shit. That's right. Every carb you eat makes the tummy flatter and the ass fatter. I'm having Alfredo tonight. But I put a shit ton of mushrooms in my Alfredo because I'm weird like that. And then I put broccoli, of course. And I don't have chicken out, so I should probably leave my chicken breast out. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I'd rather my daughter just tell me what the fuck she wants than take her with me. But we went to Walmart yesterday to go get her bedding. And I took her with me. And I said, we have to get a couple things like chicken, different things like that. I hate when there's a 5-pack, right? Because it's like 2 and 2. Now what am I supposed to do with the one, bitch? It's gotta be an even number because I section them out. Nope, Sama, you do not have to believe your affirmations. Not at all. You're not going to believe them, right? You just have to keep saying them. But we'll talk about that shit because I need you guys to remember the priority spectrum here, okay? But yeah, so I'm watching her just throw some shit in the cart. Can you make me fried rice? Can you make me this? There's bean sprouts and fried rice. I'm like, no, there's not. There's bean sprouts and chow mein. I don't know what fucking fried rice you're referring to. So I gotta make a fried rice. But I make bomb fried rice. All you have to do is watch the bitches at Benihana, you know what I'm saying? I did that one time. When they were making it, I recorded the video of them making the fried rice. I was like, I got this shit. It's not that hard. I got this. I feel like you've been chasing him. I'm in love with him, obviously. He keeps discarding. Yeah, because you're in chase mode. Okay, listen up. There's a lot of information out there in the law of assumption, especially that community. Okay, there's a lot of fucking information out there. And a lot of people say you got to do this, that, and the third. You got to affirm. Just affirm. You know? But I keep telling you guys, if it was about affirming and that's all you had to do, then everybody would be with their SPs, right? And quickly. But that's not what it's all about, because you never had to affirm before in your life until you became aware of manifestation. Okay? You never had to affirm before. But then these are the same motherfuckers that are telling you you've been manifesting your entire life. Well, that's a condescending statement there. I don't even know if that was the right word, but anyway. That's, whatever. It doesn't make sense, okay? You're saying one thing, but you're saying the opposite, okay? You're saying your entire life is a manifestation. You've been manifesting your entire life. You can't stop manifesting. You're always manifesting. Okay, bitch. Well, if that's the case, then why do you keep talking about all I need to do is affirm? Because I didn't do any of that shit before. If I can't stop manifesting, well, then how did everything become everything if I didn't have to affirm before, bitch? Oh, they never thought about that, did they? No. That's because that's not how everything became everything. That's not the key to manifestation. Do I affirm? Yes. Do I stand by affirming? Yes. Do I tell you 1,000,000% of the time? Do I ever tell you that all you have to do is affirm? Fuck no. Because that's the biggest lie in the manifestation community. Because that is not what it takes to speed up your manifestation. I'm impatient. Okay? Thanks, Kim. I'm impatient. So I want my shit and I want it now. And I'm not going to have things take a long ass time. So the only way you can do that is by thinking, logically speaking, how did I get here? I didn't affirm for my breakup. I didn't affirm for them to ghost me. I definitely didn't affirm to be blocked. Okay, I didn't affirm for them not to talk to me anymore. I didn't affirm to be broke. I didn't affirm to, be overweight. I certainly did not affirm to, have my life in shambles. So, what did I do to create all that? Oh, that's right. I just had inner conversations. That's all I did. All I did was have thoughts. Random thoughts. inner conversations. All I did was tell myself something, question things in my mind, right? Talk to myself, talk to other people about my current situation. That's all I did. So if I want the opposite, then I don't need a technique for that shit. I am the technique. So all I have to do is control my inner conversations. On a spectrum of priority here, when it comes to manifesting your SP back, because there's a difference, the priority numero uno is getting your ass on that pedestal. And the easiest way to get yourself on that pedestal is to tell yourself only things that make you feel good. That make me feel better about yourself. It is like the you show. It is the yesy show, because that's who I'm staring at right now. It is the yesy show. Like, everything is about me, bitch. Yep. All he does is think about me. Yep. He's thinking about me right now. That man cannot stop thinking. He cannot stop talking about me to his family, to his friends, to everybody who will listen. Yep. He stalks my social media profile on the daily. Yep. Oh, he's looking at it right now. He's so cute. Yeah, you see him online. Oh, look at him. Let him checking out my pictures, my profile pictures. He cannot get enough of me. I know he looks at my photos all the goddamn time. Right? It's all about you. It's the you show, not the them show. Oh, I think he's moved on. Is he talking to someone else? Why is he ignoring me? No, it's about you, not about him. So when you take all of his behaviors and his actions and everything in your 3D and toot your own goddamn fucking horn and make it all about the you show, then you are on the pedestal. Come on, puzzle piece. Come on, puzzle piece. Okay, so now you're on the pedestal. Priority number one. That's what causes them to pursue you, to chase you, to want to be with you. And the only way you're going to get yourself there is by coming from a place of confidence. Confidence about who the hell you are and making everything about you instead of number one priority. Because most of you guys, this is your problem. The number one priority of the day is to make yourself feel like shit and hurt your feelings all day long. I just thought, let me go trigger myself today. Let me assign negative meaning after negative meaning. Let me make pre-assumptions that don't benefit me, like negative pre-assumptions. Let me go ahead and justify their behavior in my mind because I think it makes me feel better, but it doesn't because it hurts my feelings. You know, all that shit. Let me just hurt my feelings, hurt my own feelings, hurt my own feelings. That puts them on the pedestal. But if you woke up every day and you were like, today's going to be a great day. Great things are coming my way today. And then everything was about you all day long. Positive meaning about me. Positive, everything is about me. Everything is about me. Everything is about fucking me. It's the me show. Then guess what? You're now on that pedestal. They conform much faster because you're on that pedestal. Something is different, okay? It's like you're because now you're giving off better vibes and you feel fucking better. Contact improved, but some days SP goes silent. So when SP goes silent, break the pattern, Lamio. Okay? Break the pattern. So if you feel like SP's gone silent, you're like, no, he's done this before. I don't fucking think so. So you persist forward. Nope, they're contacting me right now. He's actually gonna text me right now. He is texting me right fucking now. Break the pattern. Okay? And then you won't have your SP going silent at times. Tell yourself something that benefits you only, okay? So instead of being like, he's ignoring me, doesn't want to talk to me, it's like, no, nope. I know he wants to talk to me right now. Yep, he cannot stop thinking about me, so he's texting me right now, today. He's contacting me today. He is going to contact me today. Okay? That's what you need to do. Yes, Epic. If you're choosing marriage, do you say you're married now, or what would happen, or I want to happen now? Yes, but I would advise. It depends on where you're at with your SP. Okay, if you're in complete no contact, it's very unrealistic for people to live in the end of I'm married now. If you're selecting marriage, right? Versus we got to start with a relationship, okay? Because then it's a lot easier to assume marriage. but you can weave certain things in there in your rampage that would imply marriage. Okay, like he wants to marry me. You know what I'm saying? Right now. You know, things like that. But you need to see yourself as perfect wife if you want marriage. Okay? And that's the thing. You guys need to see priority spectrum number 1, self on the pedestal. Positive meaning to everything. Only things that are going to are not going to hurt my feelings. That is it. That is it. That is it. I can't even finish a goddamn sentence. Okay, Brittany. How do I ignore the 3D when I interact with him nearly every day? And now a gutter trash is involved. Okay. This comes down to exactly what I was talking about, is you interact with him nearly every day. I lived one building away, so I tooted my own horn. Everything I had a positive meaning to. That man even so much as looked my direction. I was like, look at him looking at me. Oh, he's always checking me out. Right? So he's always giving me attention at work. I know. Every time he sees me at work, leverage the fact that he sees you often. Every time he sees me at work, all he can do is think about being with me. Yep. That's all he can do is think about being with me. All he does. Every time he sees me at work, he tries to get my attention. Yep. He's so cute. He's always checking me out at work. I see you looking at me, babe. I see you looking at me, honey. That's how I would. You're not ignoring the 3D. You're leveraging the 3D. This is where you guys get it confused. I'm going to write that shit down. Some shit just be coming to me because tomorrow is massive video recording day because I don't know why I have so many coaching calls today. I was not supposed to have coaching calls after my lives on the weekend, but I do. Okay. Right? Everything is about leveraging. So you leverage the 3D instead of fucking reacting to the 3D. No, user 92277. Well, that depends. What up, Convicted Chaos? She said, welcome. She said, did you ever do a love spell? No. So do I ever recommend you buy a love spell? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Do I ever think you should buy one? No. Please do not buy a love spell. Okay? Save your money, honey. Now, yesterday, hopefully you guys are doing what I said. Now, yesterday I did tell people what I used to do before for a love spell, but it cost me $1.25. Okay? Where I said all you need is a red candle and literally to look in the candle and be like, powers of the universe, bring SP's first and last name back to me. That is my will, so mote it be. Okay? I did that with an ex before. And he came back every time. But also because it's my firm belief that I don't accept anything I don't like. I refuse to accept anything I don't want. Okay? Or anything that I'm being told. So I'll just be like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe. No, I don't believe that. Nope, don't believe that. Okay? So you leverage the 3D. Instead of reacting negatively to the 3D, you leverage the 3D. Okay? You leverage the 3D in a way where you make the 3D work for you instead of against you. And that's what you do by assigning positive meaning to everything you see or don't see in the 3D. Make that shit up. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Make it up because now you're leveraging the 3D. Instead of reacting negatively to it, instead of letting it fuck with your thoughts and getting triggered by the 3D, is everything's about you in the 3D. That's leverage. That's what pushes out. And so you're doing, because remember, when you're assigning meaning to things, positive meaning, when you're giving meaning to things that benefit you, things that make you feel better, what are you also doing? Okay, one, you're giving the meaning that you want to everything, right? But two, you're also having inner conversations about that. That's what's pushing out. So we're leveraging inner conversations because you're fucking having them all day any goddamn way. So instead of justifying things that don't benefit you, and assigning negative meaning to things. You're assigning positive meaning to things, controlling your inner conversations, making it all about you, keeping yourself on that pedestal while also still having inner conversations about how they cannot get enough of you. Okay. And then you're telling yourself the 3 things I told you, because these are umbrella affirmations that are still inner conversations. Okay. Because they're said in a natural way. Robotic affirmations are said word for word, verbatim, the same way over and over again, robotically. No tonality there, okay? But you can leverage your affirmations by adding tonality, because it turns affirmations into yes, Nikia, you can. If you reacted negatively, you can change the narrative. Just start telling yourself something fucking different and learn to shut the fuck up. Learn to shut the fuck up. Told you guys, I'm going to get a tattoo right here. It says, shut the fuck up. So then when I go, it's going to say, shut the fuck up. Okay? Doesn't matter if you reacted negatively. You can change the narrative to anything. Assume now they're over that shit and keep getting back on track. You never fuck things up. Okay? You just set it back. I did not see it. Ray, what are you talking about? I didn't see it. No, I did not see it. I don't think so. No, user 92277, be very careful what you buy on TikTok. Be very careful what you buy on TikTok. Okay? I've had a lot of people buy love spells on TikTok, and they're very affordable. That's why you should be careful, because they'll elicit a bunch of information from you. They'll ask you for a bunch of information about you and your SP. And then they will reapproach you once you give them all that information and you've paid them. They will now reapproach you and blackmail you and try and extort you for more money and threaten to send what you gave them to your SP. I've had this happen to numerous people where they literally panicked because it's a trend. So be very careful. I do not recommend none of that shit on TikTok at all. And of course, they say this is the fastest method. Do you care to know who tells you that this is the fastest method? The one selling the love spells. Duh. Because it's their job. Because they want to create an assumption in you that doesn't benefit you, but benefits them and their wallets. Okay? So of course they're going to tell you that that is the fastest method, because they know that when people want to manifest their SPs back, that they're coming from a place of vulnerability, of desperation. I was one of them, right? Where I was just too cheap to buy any of that shit. So I went and found a cheaper way. I was like, there's got to be a cheaper way, So, but I was there, so I get it. But the problem is they capitalize on it. They think it's hilarious, and they take advantage of the vulnerable state that you're in when you want somebody back. Don't fall for that shit. If you watch when I put it up tomorrow or today, you can watch my one yesterday. I gave you a love spell. It cost $1. And no, I didn't ask for it. Look at that. A red candle showed up in your house. I blow the candle out, Stacy. Yeah, I blow the candle out. Shit. I'm trying to keep it. I'll try to use it again. Right? So it's not one of those where you got to let it burn all the way down. No. I blew it out. There's new people. That's it's not your fault, because when new people come in, that's exactly they all come in. Um, they all come in with the same thing. They all come in wanting to know about spells, tarot card readers, psychics, spiritual advisors, the whole fucking works. Because that's what they're trained to tell you need. Although I was always curious to get the sketch my SP's face drawing, because I was always curious how accurate that would be. But I feel like they showed a sample of the drawings. I'm like, is it just me, or do they all look somewhat similar? And then it reminds me of like those character drawings, right? Where you're going to see what the fuck you want to see. You're going to be like, yep, that's my SP, 1000%. When they sent that same whole ass drawing to somebody else too. Then that's what you got to remember. That's what you have to remember. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Very good point, Danielle. People see movement when on our lives after the cord cutting and photo method. 1000%. Ooh, we got to get busy. How do you know, Nadine, if you're hoping or expecting? Because you wouldn't be worried about, you wouldn't be wondering if you're getting back together. You wouldn't be wondering that if you're getting back together. If he's going to contact you, if he's going to come and be with you, if he's going to see you, you wouldn't be wondering any of that shit. That's how you know. It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay, look, I'm not this, like, I'm a master at this shit, yes. Because I teach it. But I'm not like, oh yeah, I have manifested back 18 boyfriends. It's one. It was one. Okay. So, but I learned from it. Okay. I learned from it, and I'm stubborn. I wasn't going to give anything another option. So I didn't think that way. No one had to tell me this shit, because I didn't think that way. I didn't like, I wonder if this is going to work. Are we going to get, no, I know what I know about the subconscious mind. I used it on business. I used it on weight loss. So I was like, how the fuck is this any different? It's not any different at all. It's not any different at all. The only thing that's different is that they have fucking mouths. And we tend to listen to what they say. But I've always just, it's been my personality to just reject. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Nope. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's what I would say. Okay. And when I was manifesting my boyfriend back, I got excited about it. I've got movement, back in contact, saying he misses me and he loves me, but not consistent. Well, nice fall hat. Steps for you. Steps for you. All right. So we focus on consistency, right? Okay, you're back in contact. He says he misses you. He loves you. And yeah, he tells me that shit all the time. Yep. He talks to me all day, every day. Like, we talk all the time. We talk all the time. He's always telling me everything that I want to hear. He's always telling me everything I want to hear. Okay? Control your inner conversations about that, about consistency, that he's always consistent with me. He's always telling me everything I want to hear. Like, that man checks in with me every single day, multiple times a day, all that shit. Okay? So that's what you have to realize. When I was on my journey, I wasn't going to give anything another fucking option. Okay? I'm sorry, did you say something I don't like? Nope. See, when you're in no contact, what the fuck are you dwelling on? Do you think I was going to sit there? In the beginning, yes, I did. Okay? But months later, You're literally going to sit there and continue to dwell on the breakup? Come on now. What the fuck? Replay those conversations over and over again? That's exhausting. And again, doesn't make you feel better. So I told you guys, I went around and I just tooted my own goddamn horn all the time. All the time. Toot, 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 toot. Yeah. Everything was the meaning I gave it. No proof of it at all. But I didn't give a fuck. This is the meaning I want this to mean. This is what I want to tell myself. Whatever floats my boat. Whatever makes me feel better. I went walking for 4 hours a day. I'm a slow goddamn walker. Now I'm lucky if I get like 1,000 steps in. I'd actually removed my walking step counter. But I used to go walking every day for 20,000 steps. And I was like, I'm a slow ass fucking walker. I was like, because how the fuck's this taking 3 hours? I even went and got walking shoes because I was out there like a moron walking in Vans, okay? So I got walking shoes so I look legit. Plus, Vans walking for 3 hours hurt my feet, so I got walking shoes. Although I don't wear walking shoes anywhere but walking. Let me look, Ray. But I've never walked so much in all my life. And I was like, I know. And I look good. I bought walking outfit and the whole bit. I looked the part. And the whole works. I had my earbuds on. I had my charger because, I was going to be out there strolling. I was on coaching calls. And so I would be on like speaker, of course. And I would watch videos and I'd be laughing. There was not a goddamn thing funny in the video. Okay. But I'd be laughing, all that shit. Why? Because because he's checking me out. I know he knows how hot I look out here. That man could have never even looked at me. Ever. I could have been just out there walking just because for myself. Okay. But I would know that he would go on his balcony, every once in a while. So that's all. So I was out there walking just for when he went on his goddamn balcony. But yeah, I was gonna make myself known, and I told myself, I was like, he loves looking at my finance when I walk. All the neighbors enjoyed it. He could have never, ever been looking at me. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a shit. According to me, he saw me every day. He couldn't wait. I ain't been walking since, bitch. I have not been walking since. Not once. I was like, I'm all done. No need to walk anymore. Job done. Job fucking done. Oh, yeah. I really didn't. I stopped walking after that. I should probably get back to walking. It is therapeutic to walk. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting to walk. Oh, man. Yeah, use your 92277. We always got your back. We always got your back. There you go, Lisa the Butterfly. There you go. You got to do the sway test. You'll know where you're at subconscious mind-wise. If you're new here, let me tell you what the sway test is, okay? It's how to check in with your subconscious mind, find out mentality-wise where are you at, okay? Mental-wise. So you stand up and you put your feet together and you ask yourself 2 questions. One is you're going to sway a certain direction, and no, it isn't like this shit, okay? You're not going to convulse, okay? It could be just a random sway in a certain direction. So you want to ask yourself something that you know is true and something you know is not true, okay? Because you're going to get your yes and no. And so you stand up, feet together, hands to your sides, and you ask yourself, you tell yourself, I'm wearing a black shirt today. You will start to sway. See, I'm swaying too because I'm wearing a black shirt today. You'll start to sway a certain direction. That's my yes. Okay. Now you say, I'm wearing a white shirt today. You start to sway the opposite direction. You can't even help yourself. You start to sway the opposite direction. That is your no. Mine is always forward and back. Other people's, there's a sideways. Other people's are diagonal. It depends. So every time you do this, you want to ask yourself those two questions in the beginning. Every time. Just because you know your yes and your no compass, you still want to ask yourself to make sure it hasn't changed. Okay? So now you know what your yes and your no is. So now you have fun with it. SP and I, their name, okay? Sam and I are Sam and I getting back together? You'll start to sway a certain direction. That's your yes or your no. Okay. Now let's say you sway yes. You could be like, are Sam and I getting back together in 1 week? You'll start to sway a certain direction. That's where you're at mentality wise. Okay. Now this is your psychic reading. I mean, hello, I'm saving all this money, bitches. Okay. Fuck, I gotta sell that shit. I keep giving away all this free goddamn advice. Saving you guys thousands of dollars because you've already spent thousands of dollars on bullshit anyway. So you're welcome. So now if you get a no, do not cave, do not crumble, do not get all in your fucking feelings, okay? All that tells you is that you have not created the assumption yet that you are going to get back together. You're not in the knowing that you're going to get back together. That's all that means. So all it means is keep going, okay? Keep going. And then check in with yourself, okay? Because in a flash, the next day you could do it and all of a sudden you sway yes. Perfect. Keep that state. Allow that to be your psychic reading. There's nothing else. Then why are you questioning shit anymore? Now there's nothing to goddamn question. We're getting back together. My sway test told me that. My subconscious mind knows everything because it's what pushes everything out into my reality. So that's all I need to know. Crystal ball read. Psychic reading done. And so I don't even know why you guys question it any fucking way. Because there's nothing to question. There's nothing to question. I don't even know why you question shit. Oh, McFly, I was just going to answer you. It's being done today. Okay. I thought I sent them the Zoom thing and I did not. So it's being done today. Okay. So you have to understand. Okay. You have to, oh yeah, I knew it was you, Marty. You have to understand, there you go, Jackie, sign, girl, that's how this works. There's nothing to question. No, I decide this, then I have this. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. What's the fucking question? I don't need to question shit. Yeah, you can, Natalia. I have like 15,000 pendulums. I used to crew this event and they made them for them. I was like, oh, that's cute. She's like, yeah, help yourself. I was like, you said so. So I always got the cute ones. The ones with the nice pendulum. But you guys can use a pendulum to find anything you want. Anything you want, you can use a pendulum for. If you have a pendulum, even if you don't, all you need is something like on a string with something heavy on the bottom. And you ask yourself certain things and it will, like if you can't find something, right? Your subconscious mind knows where you put everything, okay? So you're asking your subconscious mind, you're just like, where is this thing? It will start to swing a certain direction. So it's either this way or this way, right? Now, if there's a wall here, then it's obviously this way. Then you walk that way to like the next room over, and then you ask again, and it'll start to sway it'll start to sway, and you follow those directions. When I learned this, I came home. I call him my roommate, but I feel like roommates are implied that they pay rent. He did not pay rent. But I've always been that person that I've always had a separate, extra bedroom. And so he lived with me. And when I came home, and I learned about this, he could not find his bong. He's like, do you know where my bong is? I was like, no, but ooh. I was like, ask the pendulum. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Congrats, nice fall. You're going to love the WhatsApp community. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, ask the pendulum. He's like, well, we can't find it. Fuck it. So he used it and it starts swaying a certain direction. So I said, okay, follow that shit. So he follows it and he's like, this is so ridiculous. He asked it again. It starts swaying a different direction, right? And one way was to the wall. The other way was to my daughter's bedroom. And he's like, bitch, it is not in your daughter's bedroom. I said, follow the pendulum. He goes into my daughter's room and he's like, where's my bong? It starts swaying towards her mini kitchen setup. Okay, her mini kitchen setup. He's like, he looks at me. He's like, the fuck? He opens up the oven. There's his fucking bong. He's like, oh shit. Now we have yet to solve the mystery of how the bong wound up in the fucking oven. But that's where it was. And he was like, so yeah, that's how you can find some shit. Judge me not, bitches. Judge me not. Well, thanks. I like you too. You will love it here. Okay. Well, there's a lot of SPs with Sam. That's the name. There you go, Sabrina. That's all you need to know, bitch. That's all you need to know. I'm telling you. When I told you guys, I did the SP is a specific person. You are a lucky motherfucker. When I was standing up at the pool, doing the quantum jump, quantum leap, quantum step, whatever the fuck she wanted to call it, Rita, and step. I was like, I look batshit crazy at the pool stepping, and I'm looking around. I'm like, nope, everything looks the same. I was like, what a gimmick that shit is. But then while I was standing up, I was like, well, since I already look crazy, I mean, I may as well keep going for it. And I remembered the sway test. I used to do the sway test on a bunch of things. And so that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the sway test on me and my boyfriend. And I got a yes too. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's all I need to know. That is all I need to know. I have no idea, Ray. I didn't see it at all, but I'll take a look. So when did you book? If it was today, I didn't see it. What up, Brandy? What up, Cancer Moon? Welcome. You will love it here. Sometimes I see signs in the clock. Is that good? 1,000%. Every sign is a good sign. Okay? But make sure that you're giving your signs a meaning. Okay? Like a sign is a sign, but a sign of what? Okay? So it should be like every one of you should have something that you see often is a sign that they're thinking about how they're thinking about how they want to be with me right now. Thinking about how they want to be with me right now. Okay? Now, I keep telling you guys, on this priority spectrum, I got off track. Oh, we'll talk about that after we do this shit. Okay? Okie dokie. Do you have days of ugly crime, huh? Yes, we can, Miss Lums. Why not? She said, after the photo thing, can we do inner combos and how to flip them? Yes, we can. Because sometimes, often, like I was on a call this morning, and sometimes, often the calls are, or the way you're flipping them isn't necessarily beneficial to you. Okay? Like you think it is, but then when I flipped it for her, I said, no, let's not say that. Let's say this instead. She goes, I said, and this is why. She goes, oh yeah, I can see that. Right? So that's where we have to do that. Did you have days of ugly crying while manifesting SP? Sometimes missing him equals my belief. Use the math fucking equation. Is greater than your belief. See, I remember that shit from high school. Maybe middle school. I don't fucking know. But anyway, did I have ugly days of crying while manifesting SP? Yeah, in the beginning. In the beginning. Oh, for fuck's sake, Gigi. Well, thanks. I'm glad I'm your favorite coach, and you're literally doing everything you say, but why is nothing working? Well, you know what? Pause your questions, please. Hold your questions, because we're going to do the photo method and the cord cutting, and then I will address what the fuck you just said, Gigi. After that. Or before that. Who the fuck knows? But let me answer this one question real quick before we do the cord cutting. Okay. Yeah, I did in the beginning. Okay. Like in the beginning when I was going down this law of attraction fucking rabbit hole bullshit. Yeah, I cried immensely in the beginning because it's very painful, right? And then I cried a lot when I found out that there was gutter trash. Okay. I cried again. But this was all in the beginning. Okay. Well, no, it was about 30 days later, the gutter trash appeared. So there were different things. Then I cried again when he had changed his number. Right. So like, but again, this was all in the beginning. At some point in time, did I ever not miss him? No, I missed him, of course. But there has to be some time when like the tears run fucking dry, you know, because I was doing all this law of attraction shit. And so, yeah, in the beginning I did. But at some point in time, I was like, bitch, you got to get your shit together. Okay. Because I had a partnership where I was coaching entrepreneurs. And even the guy who I was partnered with, who is like clueless to every fucking thing under the sun when it comes to like people, even he picked up on it. And he asked me, he goes, Jen, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine, why? And he's like, you just seem off. And because as you can see, I typically have a bubbly personality. And so I wasn't bubbly, you know. But what the fuck am I going to tell my entrepreneur clients what the hell's going on? Like a child. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend broke up with me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep it inside. But at some point, you have to get over that shit. You know, you have to get over it. And this is where you affirm through the tears. Because the only reason why you cry consistently is because I just made a video about this shit. Is the negative thought triggers the emotion. But now your thoughts are aligning with the emotion, which keeps you stuck in that emotion. Okay? Because it's like, negative thought after, this is why spiraling happens. Negative thought after negative thought, negative inner conversations, negative, cry. Okay? But if you had a negative thought that triggered, a sad thought that triggered the emotion, and then you affirm through the emotion, you have to affirm through the tears, then it takes you out of that emotion. And the only reason why you cannot let your thoughts align with that emotion. And the only reason why you're doing that is because you're coming from a place of lack. Gigi, you're coming from a fucking place of lack. Fuck no. Nice yet. A therapist is a terrible idea. Just being honest. I made a whole video about that shit too. Is you don't need therapy. This is why couples therapy doesn't work, marriage counseling doesn't work, this is why all that shit doesn't work. Well, they'll go to that shit for years and still end up broken up and divorced. Okay? This is why people go to therapy for years, and this is why therapists have the tools, which is what's disgusting. A lot of them have tools to actually help you. But why would they do that? When typically therapy is paid through insurance. How do you think they make their money? Longevity of the client. That's how they make their money. Longevity of the client. They want nothing more than for you to sit on their couch and whine, moan, and groan and deal with your pain for years. Because that's how they get paid. The insurance company keeps cutting them a check, cutting them a check, cutting them a check. And the reason why therapy doesn't work is because all they do is keep you in old story, old story, old story, old story, old story. Talk about it. Let's keep talking about it. Let's just keep talking about it instead of letting it go. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling yourself something different, you're telling yourself the same shit. Unless you're like one of my clients who actually leveraged therapy. She was her therapist. She's like, how are you and your RSP doing? She's like, we're doing great. We're doing great. Everything is amazing. So therefore, the therapist would be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. That's great. Instead of like, well, I'm telling you, you shouldn't be with him. This, that, and fucking third. So, but no, I don't think no one needs therapy. No one needs to live an old story. Nobody needs to identify with their past at all. How do you let go of the past? By stop identifying with it. It's not who you are today, or leverage that, right? I've been through a lot in my past. Did I have to let it all go? No. I let go of the emotional attachment, yes. But there's a quick technique for that shit. You don't have to go digging for anything. You don't have to know where any of that came from, okay? But I leveraged my past. And said my past, everything I've gone through is exactly why I'm the strong woman I am today, which is exactly what led me to where I am now. Would I be an entrepreneur? Would I be helping people? Would I be doing all that shit if I didn't go through the problems that I had in my past? Probably not. I probably would have been doing what everyone else is taught to do, right? Go to college. I tried that shit. Go get a good job for corporate America so you can get that Social Security. You know, that's stupid shit. You know, job security. You know, all that ridiculous nonsense. That's maybe what I would have been doing. Who the hell knows? I don't know. But it's because of the things that I went through that led me to what I do now. That led me to the point in my life now that made me the strong person that I am today. You know, the better person I am today. So it's all about leveraging. You can leverage everything from your past on like, no, and you can tell yourself something different. I've completely healed from my past. My past does not impact my life today. It literally doesn't. I've totally healed from my past. I've always had a great life, right? Whatever you want to tell yourself, and all that shit resolves itself. All of it resolves itself. I need no goddamn fucking therapy. Jesus Christ. The only therapy you need is a coaching session with Jen. So, yeah. I mean, there are good ones. I mean, you just need to know. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on what you're going there for. Because people have their own assumptions. Everyone has their own assumptions. You know what I'm saying? Many people do. Many people do. So like if you're going there and you're talking about your boyfriend problems, you have to understand that your therapist also has dated people in the past. They also have assumptions of men too. Okay. And they're not aware of manifestation and the things like that. Most of them are not. So they're textbook savvy, what they've been told, but they have their own assumptions too. So oftentimes they'll be like, the guy sounds like a fucking loser and you can go do better. You deserve better. Right. And they're encouraging you to break up with him because they're only hearing a part of the story. You know, your filter, you telling what you want them to know. I did nothing wrong. He's an asshole. Because that's what you bitches love to do. I don't know why he said that shit. I don't know why he called me out of my name. Oh, really? You have no idea. You didn't say anything. You didn't poke the bear. Well, I mean, I might have. Of course you did. Of course you did. Let's not pretend that they just cussed you out for no reason at all. Okay? But that's what you guys love to do. Good, Cherish. That's true. It does. It does take you out of that state. You can't stay in the same state. You have to tell yourself something different. Okay, yeah. There's like I've had people like in NLP stuff be like, I want to go back and I want to go back and figure out what happened to me. I know that I had a traumatic experience. I want to figure out what happened to me. I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hear that, and you don't need to. You don't need to. Okay? So thank you. Thank you. So I'm saying, Bex, you may think that your manifesting is going the opposite direction. Turn it around. We're going to get into this shit. After this cord cutting and everything, we're going to get into this shit, Gigi, so stick around, bitch. Okay? Because there's only one reason why this shit is happening. Well, there's numerous reasons why, but main reasons why this is happening. And it all starts with being honest with, yourself first and foremost. Okay? So stick around after these methods and we're going to get into exactly why you're getting no movement, exactly why nothing is happening, nothing is working, it's going the opposite direction, all that shit. Okay? But, okay. Now, get in a comfortable space, okay? And while you're getting somewhere comfortable, no, not walking. I get exhausted even thinking about it. But while you're getting in a comfortable space, I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption, everything else to work in your favor. So I know that sounds good to you, obviously. I manifested my boyfriend back from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. And so I'm good at it, and I'm here to help you do the same. Okay? I've helped hundreds of people manifest their SPs back, and I've only been teaching it since February. And the only reason why I teach it is because I've done it. Manifesting an SP is not the same as manifesting an SP back. And so the amount of testimonies I have does not compare to people who have been teaching this shit for years. And that's because I know exactly what works and, all the other bullshit on the internet. I did not watch a YouTube video and parrot back the information. Okay? All right. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in my bio. We also offer SP stories where we will create your SP story, which is very, very important, how you fucking see them when it comes to you. That is one of the most important parts of manifesting your SP back, because you want them to come back in a way that you want and expect them to be for you. Okay. Also, we have the SP songs that we will take your SP story, and this is not exclusive to SPs. That you can do self-concept too. Okay. But we'll take your story and turn it into an amazing song for you. Okay? We also offer guided meditations, hypnosis audios, text coaching, a WhatsApp community that is lit and full of success stories every freaking day. Okay? And all that shit. The only thing you're not allowed to do in the success stories tab is ask their ass, how did you do it? That's the only thing you're not allowed to ask. Because you already know how they did it. Okay? All links are in my bio or the description if you're watching on YouTube. I also go live every day at 10 o'clock. I think I told your ass that. If you ever miss a live, then it's always on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Go ahead. All links are in my bio. Okay? Alrighty. So now that you're in a comfortable place, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the energy cord with your SP. Okay, because it's very important that you cleanse the energy between you and SP, so it's always fresh energy, new energy, vibrant energy, and it's not stale old energy, because the fact is, when you met your SP, you have walked around with the same t-shirt on throughout your entire relationship and up until now, and every time you argued, every time you had a disagreement, all that shit, it just got dirtier and dirtier and dirtier, and you never took it off and washed it. So now we're going to take that shit off, give it a good wash, so it's nice and fresh. You are not cutting them out of your goddamn life. You are cut, because if that's the case, my daughter wouldn't be here. Okay? You are, but what will happen is you will pop into their mind in a very short amount of time, if not instantly. They will think about you. This time when they think about you, it will be different. Okay, it will be different. Where they will think about you in a fresh way, like something's different, because they feel a shift in the energy when you cut that old energy. I did this with an ex of mine. I had not talked to in 8 years. He called me within 72 hours and was like, hey, how you doing? I was just thinking about you. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So that's how this works. Okay? All right. If you're not a big visualizer, don't worry about it. That's okay too. I'm not a huge visualizer. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's key principles to this. So you can literally do this at any time and it'll take like 30 seconds. It's not a long process. Okay? Okay, so close your eyes, and I want you to take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and allow yourself to relax. Just relax for a moment. Clear your mind. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to doubt. Right now, I just want you to be present in the moment. Now, I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. It's dark outside. There's no one there but you. And you're sitting in the middle of the amphitheater. And in the front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling of the stage down to the center of the stage. I want you to direct your focus into the light for just a moment. Now, as you focus your attention on this light, you start to notice and get a sense that you're actually not alone. In fact, you start to notice that off in the back of the stage, out of the light, there's a dark, shadowy figure. And as you start to now shift your focus to the dark, shadowy figure, you start to notice that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to say your SP's name, and I want you to ask them to come into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. Now, as your SP begins to walk into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice his facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to look at your SP, and I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time they're not going to respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right in their eyes, and I want you to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, leaving the cord in their third eye fully intact. And as the cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and just pull them out of your third eye and toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a giant balloon. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther and smaller and farther until they just disappear. Now take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth and open your eyes. And snaps for Susan, snaps for Susan. She said she's had lots of movement since she got help from moi. Snaps for you, Susan. She gets double snaps for that shit. Thanks for the shout out. Beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Now keep going, bitch. Keep going. And be consistent, because that's what this is all about. Bex, I would love to work with you. Okay. Now. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Now, get your pictures of your SPs out. Get those photos out, baby. Now that you're on their mind, which you're on their mind all the time, let's get you some contact. Okay, let's get you some contact from your SP. Alrighty. Now, I want you to go back in the beginning of your relationship, because here's the thing, is your SP changed over the course of your relationship together. Okay? Your SP changed over the course of your... Hold on. Okay. So your relationship with your SP changed. Oh, it doesn't matter, Cancer Moon. Next time, girl, you should have a photo. And check and see if they're on LinkedIn. Well, I can't even say that anymore because one person was blocked on LinkedIn. And you ain't got no dummy account, girl? But if not, you can imagine them in your mind. You're fine. Okay? You're fine. And if you don't have a photo of them, if you're not a big visualizer, you can imagine them in your mind. If you can't do that, then you're going to say he instead of you. Okay? Okay. Or she. Okay? Instead of you, your subconscious mind knows who you're referring to. Okay? So now you have your SP's photos out. When you've changed your SP was not the same in the beginning of your relationship as they were in the end of your relationship. They changed because you selected a different version of your SP. Every time you argued, every time they did something you didn't like, every time you had a disagreement, you selected a worse version of your SP. And you started describing them very differently, thinking of them very differently. And so they changed. But the reality is you also changed over the course of your relationship. So the sooner you can acknowledge that shit, the sooner you can fix it. Because you also were not the same at the end of your relationship as you were in the beginning of your relationship either. And that is because relationships, we tend to change who we are and identities, our identities based on our relationships. Our relationships also tend to create insecurities within yourself. Okay, and so because of that, you change too. So in order for you and your SP to come back together, you need to change how you see yourself, and you must also change the version of them that you see them as. Okay? All right, so I want you to go back to the beginning of your relationship, and I want you to remember who the fuck you were. Who were you in the beginning of your relationship? Before you met your SP, you had a certain confidence about yourself and a certainty about who you were, right? Who you were wasn't defined by a relationship. Most of you weren't in one. Okay, you were just vibing through life, right? You were just vibing through life, going through life, living your best life, and then you met your SP. But you knew who you were as a person. You knew what you brought to the table. You were confident about yourself. You didn't need someone to validate how you felt about yourself. You were all the validation you needed. And then you met your SP. Sure, maybe you wanted to be with your SP, but you certainly didn't need to be with your SP, right? You were totally fine being single, being alone. I need you to remember that version of yourself, but the 2.0 version, the evolved version. I need you to gain the confidence back in yourself, that self-love. You need to get the self-love back within yourself by remembering and reminding yourself who the fuck you are. That you're perfect. I am fucking perfect. I am the perfect girlfriend, perfect husband, perfect boyfriend, perfect wife. I am perfect. Tell yourself that. Oh, I'm sorry. Tell yourself that right fucking now. I am goddamn perfect. I am God's gift to society. This world is a better place with me in it. Yeah, I am the perfect girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Say it now. Good. Remember that version of you, because that version of you is who your SP desired, chased, was attracted to, pursued, wanted to talk to all the time, was constantly trying to get your attention. That version of you is who your SP talked to all the time, couldn't stand to be away from, was always making plans to come and see you. You didn't have to guess what you were doing on the weekend because you knew you would see him. That version of you is who your SP grew feelings for. That version of you is who your SP fell in love with, wanted to be in a relationship with. So in order, you must become that version of yourself again so that he chases or she chases you again. Now, I want you to fast forward into your relationship when typically towards the beginning, when they were checking all the boxes. All the boxes. They were like your prince or princess charming. Is that a thing, Princess Charming? It is now. Okay. Where they were checking all the fucking boxes. Okay. Where they were everything. I want you to go to the point in your relationship where you didn't question a goddamn thing from your SP. You didn't question how they felt about you. You knew how they felt about you. Therefore, they reflected that. You didn't question if you were going to talk to them today. You knew you would. Most of you knew exactly when you would hear from your SP every single day. It was like routine. Therefore, you did. You never questioned if you were going to see them, if you were going to see them on the weekend, or if they were going to take you out. Therefore, they did. You never questioned if they wanted to be in a relationship with you. Therefore, they did. You never questioned if they loved you. Therefore, they did. And the only reason why you never questioned any of that shit is because you knew. It's that same knowing that you need to put back into your SP. You need to select that version of your SP again. Okay? Again, you need to select that version of your SP. Because when you select that version of your SP again, the one where you never questioned shit, you just knew, then they have to reflect that back to you. However you see them is how they must show up. Bex, yes. Once you pay, it redirects you to my calendar. Okay? So you pick a day and time. So you need to select that version of them again. Right now. Do it right now. Forget who they were 5 seconds ago. Forget all that shit. There is no other version that exists right now except for the perfect version of you that you were in the beginning of your relationship and your perfect SP version. The one that you never questioned anything. You just knew this about your relationship. You knew this about them. Therefore, they pushed it out or reflected it over and over and over again to you. Because these two versions are who won each other's hearts. These two versions were connected on the same frequency. We're vibing together. We're in alignment with each other. So in order to reconnect, you have to create these two again. It's not hard. You just have to start seeing your SP as the one that they were in the beginning of your relationship. All you have to do is select that version, and you're doing it now. So I want you to tell yourself that he is or she is the perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife for me right now. Say it. Hold on to that. Period. Okay? All right. Because the reality is that they have always thought about you. There's never a day that their feelings have not changed for you. The only way their feelings can change for you is if you decide that they have. That's the only way. So right now, they have not stopped caring about you. They have not stopped thinking about you. When you think about them, they think about you. When they think about you, you think about them. That's just how this works. Okay? Which is why sometimes you have to try to not think about them because they're thinking about you. Every time no contact does not exist, you have been in contact with your SP the entire time. Because every time you think about them, you are speaking to them. Every single time. So what have you been saying to them? Because either way it goes, you've been expecting something. You're either expecting them to contact you or you're expecting them to move on and block you, not want to be with you, not want to talk to you, want nothing to do with you. What's your pleasure? Or you're expecting them to want to be with you, to want to tell you everything that you want to hear, to can't stand to be away from you. They have written text message after text message, trying to find the right words to say, trying to figure out how to come back in contact with you. They have looked at your photos constantly. You have been on their mind all the time. All the time. But up until now, they have been unable to press that send button, that call button, because you haven't let them. And the only reason why you haven't let them is because you're thinking against it. You're questioning, you're wondering, you're hoping, you're all that shit. Okay? No. We're going to start knowing and expecting something different. So if you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, then you're going to straighten that shit and you're going to straighten it now. Because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. We don't settle. We don't do none of that bullshit around here. When queens and kings give a command, do they have to sit there and check, wonder, worry, doubt if their command will be fulfilled? No, they don't. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to doubt. They're the queen. They're the king. They gave the command. Because they gave the command, it must be fulfilled. There is no other way. So there's nothing to check. They gave the command. Excuse my long stomach growl. I command that someone brings me food right fucking now. Okay? So, that's what you're going to do. You're going to command. We are going to give some backbone, some authority, and get what you want from your SP by expecting something different. Okay? Okie dokie. Now, that's where I need to go. I need to go get another internet box. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you have your SP's photos out. If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of backbone, a little bit of conviction, okay? Like you're talking to a toddler who hasn't paid attention, okay? But I want you to say it naturally, okay? Not in a question. Remember, tonality is a lot, okay, of communication. So it's 93% of total communication is physiology and tonality. And since we don't have physiology right now, we got tonality, bitch, okay? So I want you to say it in a way that's going to get you what you want. That's nice. That's not nice, but natural to you, but affirmative. Okay? Like you're talking to a child where they know you're serious. Okay? Queen energy, king energy, that whole vibe. Okay? Okay. Now, you're going to, if you're in no contact with your SP, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, you're going to tell them to contact you. If you're not alone, stay in your mind. Don't look like a wacko. You're going to look at their photo and switch it up. Okay. You're going to say, you are contacting me right now. You are contacting me right now. You are contacting me right now. You're totally contacting me right now. I can't wait for you to contact me right now because you're contacting me right now. You are contacting me right now. Okay. And then if you are in consistent contact with your SP, then you are going to tell them, you can either tell them they're contacting right now. You can say contacting, calling, or texting. It really doesn't matter. However they'll reach out to you will happen naturally, okay? But then if you are in constant communication, then you can tell them they're contacting right now or they're coming to see you today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. If you're long distance, then you can just tell them that they're going to make plans to come see you, or that they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. Okay. If you are in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriageship, any of those ships, then you're going to tell them that they are, you can have fun with it. You can tell them they're contacting you right now. They're coming to see you today. Or you can have fun. Say, you're bringing me flowers tonight. You're buying me dinner tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You're rubbing my feet tonight. You are giving me a massage tonight. Whatever you want. Whatever the fuck you want. Okay? I do pause this live, or how else would I go to the ladies' room? So I'm going to pause this live for just a couple minutes while you're going to give your commands right now, because we don't settle around here, okay? You're going to give your commands right now, and then you're going to expect them. Look at this. You could be like this person. She just had movement and got unblocked. Hello. Hello. I'm just saying. You're going to put it on your crown. You have your crown on, okay? I'm going to pause this live. Give your commands and expect them to contact you. And stick around so I can tell you why you're stuck. And we're back. Now relax. Sit back, relax, and expect them to contact you. Okay? Okay. Of course you did. Okay. Do I believe in techniques? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. I think they're all bullshit. Unless you assume they work for you, okay? But you'd have to create the assumption first, okay? That's why techniques don't work for people, is because they try. I'm going to do this technique. It's not working. I'm going to do this technique. And they get stuck down the technique rabbit hole. And ask me how I know that shit. I've tried them all. Okay? But that's the thing, is you have to create the assumption that the technique, that's what they don't tell you. Which is why they tell you the stupidest shit in the world. Dude, save this video, because they want to get the watch hours up. Okay? Save this video and do this for the next 21 days, a complete lunar cycle. Why do I need to do that if I'm supposed to get a text in the next 10 seconds? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get stuck down this, it's not working, I need something else. It's not working, I need something else. And I get 55,000 techniques. I used to do techniques for hours a day. Like literally hours a day. I would wake up 90 minutes early just so I can get my techniques in. And then if I had like 15 minutes between a coaching call, then I would like run through my videos and be like, which one is less than 15 minutes? Okay, I'm going to do this one, right? I got stuck down that whole ass rabbit hole. And I didn't see any movement in my 3D. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you just get stuck in that. And I don't like that. Okay. They get you stuck down that fucking loophole of technique. I need this technique. It's not working. I'll try something else. And that doesn't help you. Okay. That does not help you at all. Okay. So when he walks out, instead of forcing the 3D, when he walks out, Sarah, to talk to gutter trash, then what you should be doing is affirming through that shit. Like, I know they're totally arguing right now. Yep, look at him. I know he's totally miserable. Every time he talks to her, he's completely miserable. And I know they're arguing right now. Yep, he fucking hates her. She's gone away. Nope, he fucking hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. He fucking hates her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. That's what you should be doing while he's on the phone. Okay? Now, listen. You did it for 100 fucking days. That's my problem. Is, what was it? Dana Martin. That's the problem. You feel like you saw wavering movement with the 369 method and you did it for 100 days. Do you know how long that is? My math's not stellar, but that's over 3 months. Because here's the problem with techniques. Is you do the 369 method, right? I'm well aware of that technique, okay? I did it too, okay? But then I'd get pissed off because sometimes I'd be like, fuck, I forgot to do the 6. Do I fuck it up if I do the 6 and then the 9 at the same time? Or damn, I didn't do it today. I used to have to set an alarm for that shit. I had an alarm. I had 3 alarms. 369. Yeah. 369, one more time. I don't know the song. You know what I'm talking about. Get low. Anyway. That's the problem. But what they don't tell you is this. What are you doing outside of the 369 method? Because you're only writing it down 3 times a day. What are you doing the rest of the day? Thinking against it. That's the problem. That's why techniques don't work. Is because you do the technique. So you do a technique for 15 minutes. What the fuck else are you doing throughout the day? I talked to someone who, do you know what they did? They did the The 10K challenge. I know where they got that from. Sam Ingram. Okay. Well, she doesn't even believe her shit works, so I wouldn't even listen to her. Anyway, they did the 10K challenge. Then they did the 100K challenge, the 70K challenge. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, it took a long time. I was like, I'm sure it did. And how in the hell do you know that you did it 10,000 times? Are you like tallying that shit? You're like, did it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. I used to do that shit when I did stomach crunches because I felt like accomplished for the day. Because I'd be like, fuck yeah. I was like, look at all these 5s. Every stroke was 50. I was like, hell yeah, I did 500 today. That's the only time I ever tallied shit. Okay. But that's the problem, because exactly what Danielle said is, what are you doing the rest of the day? Your inner conversations are going against what you want. That's why it doesn't push out. That's why they don't work. Because they're like, just do this. But I think 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So what am I supposed to do with those 60 to 80,000 thoughts I'm thinking about all day long? And that's your guys' problem. Is you're constantly, nothing is working. It's not working. Still nothing. No movement. I'm not seeing shit in my 3D. It's not working. It's not working. No movement. No movement. No movement. Nothing at all. No movement. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still fucking nothing. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh, you're like a chronic complainer. Shut up. And just do it. Just do it. Stop telling yourself that stupid shit. It's not working. I still not saying anything. It's not working. It's not working. Oh my God. Still no movement. 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 Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. I want something, but I'm going to tell myself that there is still nothing. And then I want movement, but I'm going to continuously acknowledge that there is no movement. You know how stupid that shit sounds? That doesn't make any sense, because you want the opposite, but you're continuously acknowledging what you don't want. You're continuously breathing life into the 3D over and over and over again when I tell you to make the shit up. Curate your 3D. Fuck what you see in your 3D today. Tell yourself what you want to see instead in your 3D. Instead of nothing, it's not working, no movement, nope, nothing. Oh my God, it's sliding backwards. I'm getting the opposite. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stop doing that. Stop doing that stupid shit, because all it does is keep it right in your reality. The same reality you want to change and you want to see something different in, you keep acknowledging. Well, how's that working out for you? How's that working out? Has it changed yet? Have you seen movement yet? No. So why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? There's always movement. It's just behind the scenes. And then when it pushes out quickly, because if you would get a grip and stop whining and stop bitching and put on your big girl and big boy panties and understand that there's always things going on behind the scenes, half the shit I can't see. Because I'm not a bona fide stalker. So I don't have, well, some of you guys are, but but not to the degree that I'm referring to. But if you would shut the fuck up, zip and lock it, put it in your fucking pocket, get a grip, say, fuck what my 3D shows me. I'm going to tell myself what's in my goddamn 3D. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to waver. I'm going to discipline myself, and I'm only going to tell myself what's going to make me feel better. There's always goddamn movement. There's movement right now. I'm on his mind 24 goddamn 7. Yep, that's right. He can't even sleep at night because he can't even stop thinking about me. He's talking to everyone about me. He's constantly talking about me to his family, to his friends, to everybody who will listen. You can't see none of that shit, can you? No, you can't. But you'll get confirmation if you shut the fuck up and stop whining, stop bitching, stop moaning, stop groaning, and get a grip. You would see all of that push out. You'll get all the confirmation you need if you would persist and stop persisting in what you don't want, because you're persisting, but you're continuously insisting on arguing and fighting for your limitations and persisting in everything that you don't fucking want. And then bitching that nothing is changing. Does that make sense? Think. Think for one fucking second. Does that make sense? If I want something different, then I have to do something different. And that is what I'm going to do. Because in order for me to see something different, I need to do something different. I need to tell myself something different. And I'm going to persist in what I want instead of continuously persisting in what I don't want. And I'm going to stop being the victim in my own goddamn reality. I'm going to put on my fucking crown and I'm going to act like a goddamn adult. And I'm going to get what I want because that's how this works. That's how everything always fucking works in my reality. So this is no different. I am not any different than everybody else who's getting movement, who's with their SP, who's getting back with their SP, who's breaking no contact. There's nothing that makes me any different than me. Except the difference is that all I'm doing is bitching, whining, groaning, and coming from lack. Expecting abundance. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my entire life. That's dumb. And you know it. You know it. You want to be in contact with your SP, but you continuously acknowledge no contact. He's ignoring me. He's not talking to me. I'm blocked. Who gives a fuck? You need to get what you want, and the only way you get what you want is by shutting up. Stop whining. Stop complaining. Stop focusing on your 3D and letting your 3D tell you what your shit is. Why are you doing that? No, you tell your 3D what your shit is. It isn't the other way around. Your 3D should not control your thoughts. Your thoughts control the 3D. So when you control here and you get a grip here, your 3D shifts to match. But you can't do that because all you're doing is letting the 3D control your thoughts. Well, how's that working out? Because that's what led to your breakup. All you did is react. Let the 3D control your thoughts, taint your thoughts, and guess what happened? It pushed out. Your 3D is exactly what you want it to be. So stop lying to yourself. You say, oh, no, it's not. It's not showing me what I want. Oh, yes, it fucking is. Oh, yes, it is. It is showing you exactly what you want. And if you don't like it, then change it. And the only way to change it is by going here and telling your 3D what your shit is. Though they're always thinking about me. They're constantly fucking thinking about me. Oh, yeah, they do anything to get my goddamn attention. They are stuck on my profile. Yep, they are reaching out to me because they cannot stop talking to me. All they ever think about, they have to contact me. They cannot stop contacting me. They're contacting me today. I don't give a fuck. You need to do that. And you need to discipline yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, but start controlling your 3D. Stop letting your 3D control you. This is your reality. You decide what role everyone's going to play in your reality. You decide what your shit is going to be. So stop whining because your entire 3D is exactly perfectly curated by yours truly, you. You don't like it? Then do something different. Then do something different. But you have to do it here. Not here and not out here. Because every time you do it out here and out here, it backfires. Every time, 100% of the time. But if you do it in here, it's their idea. It is the only gatekeeper. It is the only key to getting what you want. And I don't give a fuck what anybody else tells you. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. All they're trying to do is get views, get likes, and Capitalize. That's all they're trying to do is get you stuck. So you have to continue to watch their shit over and over and over again. Call it what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to help you. And the only way I help you is by getting you to start thinking differently, to start doing things differently, to start being different than how you were in your relationship. Because we all know how that panned out, didn't we? To not together. So you need to do things differently. This is not a part-time gig where you're, as I told you guys, manifesting them back is half of your problem. The other half is keeping them. So you better start now. You better start disciplining your mind now. You better start acting like an adult, a grown-ass person now. You better start changing your thoughts now. You better start getting a control on your thoughts now. You better start getting real good at flipping and focusing on what you want now. You better start not reacting now. Because what's your game plan when they come back? You guys are for those of you in no contact, can't even discipline yourself. What the fuck do you think you're going to do when you're in contact? Because you're reacting to the stupidest shit now. And you're not even talking to them. How do you think you're going to react? You are lying to yourself. If you think that when they come back, no, I'm going to totally be a different person. You can't even be a different person for 24 fucking hours. You definitely are not going to do things differently when they come back unless you do it now. Because this isn't about your SP. It's about you. It's about you evolving. You doing things differently. Because whether it's this SP or a whole nother fucking person, that relationship going to end the same way this one did, the same way your other ones did too. And the only thing they all have in common is you, bitch. You. So when are you going to evolve? When are you going to start respecting yourself enough to say, I don't fucking think so? Nope. I'm going to put my crown on and I'm going to get what the fuck I want. I'm not going to give my power away. I'm going to stop giving my power away to everything and everybody under the sun. I'm not giving my power away to my SP, to my 3D, to any of that shit, to gutter trash, to every fucking body else. I'm not giving my power away to anybody. I'm going to keep my power. I'm going to hold my power. I'm going to hone in on my power and I'm going to own that shit. And they will conform. And if I don't like this about this person, they're going to conform too. And if I don't like something about this person, they're going to conform too. Because I said so. That needs to be your attitude. You're going to let your daughter tell you what the fuck your shit is? Huh? Nope. Not me. I'll check my daughter 1,000% of the time. Why? Because it's who I am. And no one is ever going to tell me what my shit is. So you need to stop letting everybody and everything tell you what your shit is. And you need to take control. That's the ultimate power. Don't you get it? That's the ultimate power. For you to sit there and watch people play their parts. For you to sit there and get what you want. Stop settling. Stop settling for breadcrumbs. Stop settling for negativity, for not getting what you want, for no contact. Stop settling for that shit. And you're doing it every time you're in your fucking feelings about the shit. Every time you get in your feelings about it, they win. Every time you react to the 3D wins. Every time you react to gutter trash, she wins. When are you going to stop reacting? And start reacting to yourself, to boosting yourself up, to making yourself feel better, to putting yourself on that pedestal. When are you going to start doing that shit? Because that's how this works. Is by you acting like an adult and stop blaming everybody for your shit. Stop blaming your SPs for not contacting you. Stop blaming your SPs for blocking you, ghosting you, not wanting to be with you. Stop blaming them. Stop blaming them for not showing up how you want them to show up. And start expecting something different. Start expecting them to worship the ground that you walk on, to absolutely want to be with you. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? They were with you before, and you need to remember that. They were with you before. They already chose you. Fuck gutter trash. That's my man, ho. Allow me to introduce myself. Perhaps we haven't met, but I'm coming to get my man back or my woman back. So fuck you. You lose. Checkmate. This is my reality. I'll check every motherfucker that comes into my reality, and they will conform, and they will do what I want. That needs to be your attitude. Stop wavering. Stop folding. Stop crying in a corner. That ain't getting you anywhere. Because you cry every day and self-loathe and walk around in your negative thoughts isn't going to get them to contact you. But all you do when you bitch and you complain is remind your SP in your mind and in their mind exactly why they're not with you. Why are you doing that? Food for thought. But again, I highly suggest you listen, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I teach you guys not only how to manifest your SPs back, but how to keep them. Because I've learned things on my journey. I'm not perfect. None of us fucking are perfect. Well, I mean, we are perfect. Let's get it. Right. We are perfect, right? I just went on this whole spiel. So we're perfect. But there's things that we do in our thoughts that slide things back, right? Because it's a muscle that we're constantly having to nurture. So I take things that I've learned, not just in manifesting my boyfriend back, but in keeping that relationship and things, because things have slid. I'm very open and honest with you guys. Okay. Is things have slid back at times. Things have gone all the way left at times. But because I discipline myself and I know how to get my shit right and tight, and I know what I know, which is what I teach you, I can turn things around real fast. But I teach you guys things that I learned so that you don't make the same goddamn fucking mistake that I made. You're welcome. You're welcome. Learn from my mistakes. So you don't do that anymore. Ooh, that's kind of cool, Stacy. She said her SP's photo went strange when she had done the photo method, almost as if I could see him moving. Because you guys have to remind yourself, you guys keep bitching. Not either. 10,000 affirmations sounds exhausting. You guys have to keep remembering that there's always movement, but most of the movement you can't see. Can you see them thinking about you all the time? Can you see them talking to family members, friends about you? No, you can't. Can you see them crying about you? No. Can you see them looking at your photos all the time? No. Can you see them stalking your social media, looking at what you post every day? A lot of things you can't see, but it's playing in the background the entire time. But you delay it coming to the 3D, or you delay the amount of movement because you guys are reacting in your thoughts every fucking time. You acknowledge no 3D. No movement, still nothing, 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 no movement. Well, how many times do I have to fucking tell you that the more you remember, everything is an assumption. And either way it goes, you're always going to be right. You will always be right. So what do you want to be right about? Do you want to be right about SP's not contacting me? It's not consistent contact. SP's not showing up how I want them to show up. There is no movement. Nothing is happening. It's not working. SP has me blocked. Is that what you want to be right about? So why do you keep acknowledging it? Or do you want to be right about SP's always thinking about me. He's constantly thinking about me all the time. You know, he can't imagine his life without me in it. He has to be with me all the time. He doesn't see a future with anyone but me. You know, he thinks that I am absolute perfection. He can't stop talking to me. He's talking to me all the time. We talk all the time. That is fucking true, by the way. All that shit. Exactly. It's been confirmed that SP misses you. Can you see that in the 3D? That they miss you? No, you can't. But it gets confirmed. If you stick with it longer than 2 seconds, it gets confirmed. Because either way it goes, you are right. So what the fuck do you want to be right about? Because your subconscious mind only has one job, and that's to prove you right. But remember, the more you say something, because in order for you to acknowledge no movement, there's an inner conversation that takes place. In order for you to acknowledge still nothing, an inner conversation has to take place. In order for you to acknowledge still blocked, an inner conversation has to take place. In order for you to acknowledge they're not talking to me, or it's quiet, I've heard nothing, it's inconsistent, an inner conversation has to take place. Well, do you care to guess what has manifested everything in your reality up until now? You're in a goddamn fucking conversations. And the more you acknowledge that, the more you breathe life into it, the more you tell yourself that, guess what you're creating? An assumption. The problem is you're creating an assumption of all the things that you don't fucking want. Because you keep telling yourself that. Oh, we must be right. Still nothing. Well, good. Then let that be right. Still nothing. The more you tell yourself that, because remember, why do affirmations work? Affirmations work when the assumption is created, which is why you robotically affirm. Repetition, repetition, repetition. But they work slower than inner conversations, because you have to create the repetition through robotic affirmations to get it into the subconscious mind. But your inner conversations are going directly into your subconscious mind because it's something you're saying naturally and you don't think about it again. But the problem is, the more you say the same thing over and over and over again, what are you doing? Creating the repetition. Do you want the he's ghosted me, I'm blocked, still blocked, still blocked, still blocked, still blocked, still blocked, still blocked? Is that what you want? Or do you want to be like my clients who are getting SPs to show up on their doorsteps, still blocked, by the way. SPs are showing up on their doorsteps, wanting to get back together with them, telling them everything that they want to fucking hear, getting back together with them, starting to see them, talking to them constantly, getting unblocked and all that shit. What's your pleasure? Because you have a choice. You always have a fucking choice. So you have a choice. I love you, Mima. And I want you to decide right now. Because you have a choice. So, if you're an adult, when you make a decision, you should make a decision. You shouldn't waver from that decision as an adult. You make a decision. You should keep your decision. And you shouldn't waver from it. My word is my bond. How about you try that shit for a change? How about you try that for a change? And how about you, good best creator, of course it's working, bitch. Now stay consistent. How about you decide right now, I'm going to make a decision right now. And we're going to snaps for Anne, who just, if you guys are on here often, right, you guys follow people's journeys. It's hard not to follow their journeys because they come on here, right, and they say their shit, right? They ask questions. They say what they're going through. So a lot of you guys get to follow people's journeys, okay? Anne was just in here bitching the other fucking day. She's a manifest for me client. And she was just in here bitching the other day like, I don't think he knows. And I said, if you say that shit one more goddamn fucking time, I said, shut the fuck up. Because that's how I am. I keep it real with you, okay? I'm here to not tell you what you want to hear and be like, oh, maybe he doesn't know. No, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And if you say something more than once, now you're pissing me off, okay? And so she got a grip, right? We have to work in alignment together. And now her SP introduced her to his friends and the nurses, doctors at the hospital as his what? Oh, that's right. Girlfriend. And you guys think it's a big fucking long drawn out thing for how do I get commitment? It's not fucking hard. It's not fucking hard. It's not hard, but I get it. That's why people come to me, right? They're like, I just need your help. Like I need to have a double ammo, right? Saw your SP today and she told me everything I wanted to hear. That's my client's favorite line. Snaps to Irene, who, in case you guys are new here, only met me on TikTok Live a little over a week ago. I think it was a week ago, like 2 days ago. She met me on here a little over a week ago. She's been doing what I said, and she got back in contact. She was in no contact with her SP. Is back in contact, and SP is telling her everything she wants to hear. That's the best line ever. It's the best line. My clients, that's their favorite shit. Seriously. They're like, that's my favorite fucking line. Because every time I say that, they tell me everything I want to hear. That's all the validation you need. So you guys don't need to be wondering what they're thinking when you could just tell yourself shit and then they openly tell you. And now you're like, well, mystery solved. Mystery solved. Because we all seek validation. Double snaps for Anne. He said, SP also said he doesn't like how his mother treats her, and he sees it now. I love this. I love this for you, Anne. And we're going to keep the movement going, sister. Oh, there's a double screenshot. I'll take a picture of that. See how easy this is, guys? So he says, stick with me. I will not lead you astray. Okay? Okay. It's not difficult. It's only as difficult as you choose to fuck make it. So, we're getting back. Yeah. You know, it's amazing how things happen, isn't it? See, you have to understand something. You guys are so focused on the how, right? Like the how this is going to happen. How. I don't think Anne was over here like, you know what? I'm willing to bank steps for Lisa because her mindset has changed massively. It's only been 3 weeks. Oh, that's Lisa with the triple butterfly. I don't think that Anne was over here like, you know what? He's going to confirm commitment. Like, we're going to get back together because he's going to go to the hospital. Pretty sure that's how this is going to happen. I'm pretty sure that thought never ran through her mind, as in, like, this is how things are going to click for us, right? This is what's going to bring us back together. You know, this is how that, no, because you're not in control of the how. Whatever has to happen naturally for you to get your manifestation, bitch, is exactly what's going to happen. Okay? And some people want my help because therefore it helps keep them on track, right? And then we work together. What part of I'm good at what I do don't you understand? So, like I said, is an adult, because I'm going to end with this because I had a jet in a second. But like I said, as an adult, you should be able to make a decision, right? This is like entrepreneurship 101. Okay. You should have the ability to make a decision and make it quickly and then not deter from your decision, because this is an adult. You're making a decision, not a child making a decision. Okay. So you should be able to stick with your decision. So I want you right now to decide. You're going to decide. Be honest with yourself. You're going to decide right now. Now, it's a double-edged question. I want you to decide right now, do you want your SP back or not? But before you say yes to that question, then I also want you to decide that you're going to lock it in. You're going to play full out. You're going to control your 3D. And you're going to do what it takes to get your SP back. Decide. That's your task. Because last time I checked, it's you jack me checking my pretend watch. It is Saturday. I gave you guys until the end of Sunday. Sunday at midnight is what I gave you to break no contact with your SP. And I didn't say force a 3D. If you're no contact, I gave you till Sunday at midnight to break no contact with your SP. If like 4 or 5 people, a bunch of people have already hit that target, that challenge. Okay. If you're in consistent contact, I gave you till Sunday at midnight based upon where you're at with your SP. If you're local, great. If you're not long distance, then there's an alternative. You have until Sunday at midnight to get your SP to make plans to come see you. Or if you're long distance, to tell you everything that you want to hear. If you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, mirrorship, you have until Sunday at midnight to get your SP to tell you everything that you want to hear. Get on it. It's Saturday afternoon, based on where you're at in this world. You're so getting back together, Irene. I'm loving this for you. And you're fucking hot, bitch. So who wouldn't want you? I'm sure it isn't what you thought at all, Anne. But it's what had to have happened to get what you want, right? Miss Lums, you never bump into each other. It's never a coincidence, right? It's never a coincidence. And a hug is, first of all, both of those are definite movement. Because I'm not going to hug somebody that's like, if I was to run into one of my exes right now, I'm not going to hug them. Actually, I'd probably walk away, to be quite frank. Beeline to the exit quickly. But I would not acknowledge them, right? So in order to bump into each other and giving and hugging your SP, I think that's a great movement. That's freaking a fantastic movement because I don't have to do that. Okay? Rob, your shit on TikTok, your shit on Instagram cracks me up. That's right. He's telling you everything you want to hear. Well, thanks, Barbie. This is the best life, isn't it? Sometimes we digress. Sometimes we go left. Sometimes we go right. Who the fuck knows? But at the end of the day, we get our SPs here. Do you understand? Yes, Fatim, but do you want to do the 3 things I tell you to affirm? I know exactly how he... Yes, Rob. I did yesterday. I did yesterday. I was giving I was telling Taylor, I was giving like a sample like at Costco, for selling feet pics. You should give it drop a little sample on the, on the gram. Anyway, all right. I love all of you besties, okay? Enjoy your weekend. Get on it, okay? Because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We get our SPs back, plus we, get our sexy back, handsome back, whatever the fuck we want back. That's what we get back. Do you understand? We get all the things around here. We curate our lives. We get what we want. There are no limits to getting what you want unless you decide there are. So we're not doing that shit anymore. Do you understand? Love you too, girly pop pop. Okay, I love all of you. All right, I manifested my SP from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. In fact, I've cut the time in half. 2 weeks. Okay, so if you're interested in knowing how I manifest it, how you can manifest your SP back in 2 weeks from no contact to fully conforming to everything that you want and skipping all the steps in between, book a call. Let's chat. Okay, I've perfected the system because I'm good at it. Okay, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. Yeah, snaps for my foot rub. I always put them on the tube of the U. While you're there, subscribe. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out what's going wrong so you can get it right and tight, then all links are in my bio. Grab your SP story. Bevy needs something. Bevy and Tamara clearly need something to fucking do. So grab your SP story. Also grab yourself an SP song or self-concept, whatever the fuck you want. Self-love, okay? So that we can get all the things working together. I also have guided meditations, hypnosis audios, a WhatsApp group, which you should get into. They are very good at it, by the way. It's like a superpower of theirs. Okay? Also, I have a WhatsApp group, which you should get on. And I also have text coaching. So get in on it. I mean, I already told you what that shit was yesterday. I know exactly how they feel about me. I know they want to be in a relationship with me. I know this for a fact. They're going to tell me, he or she is going to tell me everything that I want to hear. All right? All right. That's right. He only wants you and only you, babe. You are the one and the only. Okay? All right. Yeah. Yes. That. All right. I love you, besties. And I will see you all tomorrow or on Monday. Take a break. But discipline your fucking mind. Discipline your mind. You got me. All right. I love you. I'll see y'all later. Bye.